Good morning. Hi, it's Wellness Wednesday, and I hope you can hear me okay because I've decided to use my headset because it's quite windy and it's Wellness Wednesday, and I wanted to check in and say I hope you're well and to share with you some thoughts and ideas that have had. And I'm quite late today. I've been rushing around cleaning my house, mopping floors, vacuuming, tidying up, putting things away because I needed to get pest spray done. And it's funny because cockroaches haven't stopped for COVID. They're still running around. So it's we need to protect ourselves from cockroaches bringing in germs to the house as well. So yes, I was kind of giggling to myself as I was frantically tidying and mopping that even COVID can't stop cockroaches. So we still have to carry on with life as normal because a bug's life hasn't changed. And the funny thing is that whilst the world is calmer and quiet and less moving around, bug's life is thriving. And this year it's thought that bees will thrive again. So there's lots of good things to look forward to in terms of wildlife this year. And that did make me giggle. And at the same time, the pest man then turned up almost an hour early. So whilst I was rushing to try and tidy the house and get ready to do my live, the pest man turned up and I had to stop everything. And then he left and I wanted to go live and my antivirus on my computer has expired. So I was trying to reinstall my antivirus, and then my Google Chrome browser doesn't support Facebook Live Producer. So I had to download another Google Chrome browser. And all of these things were just little let's say points for renewal at this point in my life. And it struck me that there's a lot of things in my life that are up for renewal at this time of the year. And it's a good time to reflect on things or to look at things with fresh eyes and decide where we want to go. And my book is gone through another round of proofing before we go to print. So it's a little bit probably we printed the first week of June, which is exciting. Yeah, and I wanted to make sure that that was as good as it could be. So that was another round of kind of renewing my outlook on things and kind of stopping and pausing on what needed to be done next. So in all of these things, I have been like many mums, I think, making sense of it all and the feelings of being okay. And on Monday, I met a mum who hadn't had a particularly, let's say, happy or pleasant Mother's Day. And I could sense that she was feeling quite sad and upset, and that really affected me because I know that there are many mums all over the world who didn't necessarily have the best Mother's Day for whatever reason. And there's many, other stepmums or single mums or would-be mums or wanting to be mums that Mother's Day is also a sad time of the year. So, I really felt very empathetic for that person. And so throughout the day when I was doing my shopping, I bought her a box of chocolates and gave them to her. And, that was well received from her end, but also made me feel good because I was able to support her and tell her that, I think that she is awesome and to kind of keep going. And I know that it's not always easy. And it strikes me at the moment that whilst we're all Zooming around the world and our life, our regular life is on hold, that our way to reach and support others has amplified and magnified. And just to give you an example, that this morning I've been contacted by a lady in Florida in the US who's asking me to talk to her support group about health and wellness, mindfulness and well-being. And that's awesome because I realize, throughout all of this that our circle of influence is, generally quite close to us and sometimes confined to the city where we live or the environment in which we operate. But, what COVID is teaching us is that we can all have an impact on a global scale in what we think and believe and how we can support each other. And we can do that from the safety and the comfort of our own homes, but the implications are magnified and amplified the further we go from home. So that was really exciting to be asked to be a part of that group, and I'm really excited about it. In July, I'll do a live talk with her group, and it just kind of reminded me that even though at the moment some of us, and I've seen this a lot, are feeling confined and helpless and overwhelmed and a bit run down. And it's okay to feel like that, because all over the world there are other women just like us who are feeling the same and going through the same things. And you can give yourself permission to not feel okay each day. You can give yourself permission to need a duvet day if it's all getting too much in terms of, the homeschooling and the juggling and working, and, calling stop and reviewing your memberships and taking a little bit of a time to kind of reset and review them is really important. And, a big premise for me is to stop, to look at where you want to go, and then to reset and go forward. And these feelings that we're having of not feeling okay will probably continue for many of us for much of the remainder of this year. There's been some funny things on Facebook lately that this wasn't on my vision board for 2020. It certainly wasn't on my vision board for 2020. And in the same way that today on a micro scale, I've been kind of adapting what I'm doing as the minutes roll on throughout the course of this year, we're going to need to continue to adapt on an ongoing basis. And, that can be really challenging when you've got small children, or even any size children, to be fair, and you want to gain some momentum and you want to get some normalcy and you want to get a pattern and a rhythm for yourself. And knowing that on days that you're not feeling okay, and giving yourself permission to accept those feelings, even if you're a really strong person, to stop and to even to have a cry, to reach out and seek support, and to know that around the world there are many other women just like you. And I find that a comforting feeling when I know that all over the world there are other women just like me. And sometimes it's through rising up and being a beacon for others and supporting others that we actually have the biggest impact on ourselves. Because if we can recognize and feel empathetic for other people, sometimes it's able to shift the focus away from hurts and discomforts and challenges that you're feeling, and to uplift you, but also to uplift others. So that's where I want to encourage you today, to be supportive and to notice when others around you may be feeling a bit low, and to see if there's something that you can do on a very small scale, or even on a personal scale, to kind of lift them up. And it's important to lift others, because in lifting others you lift yourself. So that's a really special thing to do, for not just for yourself, but for other mums and other women, and indeed dads. And this morning, well, Mother's Day was funny for my 2-year-old, because she thought it was my birthday. And when she bought me my Mother's Day present, and at the same time we gave a Mother's Day present to my mum, she didn't quite understand that it was Mother's Day for both of us. She thought it was just my birthday. So this morning she, obviously with the help of her father, bought me breakfast in bed again. So she's obviously continuing Mum's birthday theme, and she made it all the way up the stairs with the toast wobbling on the plate. And as she got to the end of the bed, the toast went face down on the floor. So that was delicious carpet toast in bed for my breakfast. But I'm grateful that she's making an effort, and that she's continuing kind of the theme of Mother's Day. And also obviously grateful to my husband for encouraging that, because I do know that it's sometimes we, those that are close to us, forget to appreciate us and to acknowledge the work that we do every day as women and as mums. And it's important that we can be reminded and feel grateful. And if you know, again, it comes back to empathy. If you see other women around you who aren't necessarily getting that care and support, then sharing the care and support that you have with others will also help you. So You know, my main things is to say today that it's okay not to feel okay, to give yourself a break, to take those duvet days if you need them, or to go for a walk and have a cup of tea and say, you know, I'm feeling really crap right now. And also know that there are many other people just like me, and to remind yourself that this too shall pass. You know, this is a blip, this is an incident, this is a crisis, and we are going to get through it. Things may not be the same at the end, things will be different, but it's also a chance to press stop, reset, and then renew not just what you're doing, but what we're doing all over the world. To remember that cockroaches and bugs will still continue to thrive during COVID, and to look at what antivirus you have in terms of your computer and your health. And just to remind you that on Wellness Wednesday, taking care of yourself is the first priority in order for you to take care of others. So I'm wishing you well. I'm wishing you a great day, and I'm hoping to see you again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.